What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the Samurai Radio. If you didn't see the first episode, we talked about Miami Heat, Chris Bosh, and Kevin Durant. That link will be down in the description below. If you're just here for the Dolphin content, just stay here and continue to watch this video. Today, we'll be talking about the Reshad Jones situation. Now, when I say situation, I mean his his holdout that he had, and now coming to where he came to minicamp last week. And if the Miami Dolphins should get a deal done now or wait till his production value either gets derailed or continues to increase after this season. The first thing I'm going to start with is, should the Dolphins pay Reshad Jones like the number one safety in the NFL? The picture you just saw should describe that. Yes, they should definitely pay him like the best safety in the NFL. I'm not saying this as a Dolphin fan, but I'm saying this as a pure fan of the game. Reshad Jones is definitely one of the best, if not the best safety that there is right now in the NFL. He's been playing like one, and he obviously deserves to get some credit for the way he's been playing, because not a lot of people have been, giving him credit outside of really the Miami Dolphins fans and our sort of circle. But a lot of us really do appreciate Reshad Jones and what he's been doing for the Miami Dolphins, and not a lot of people have been seeing that. Now, if we look at his current contract situation, he wants to hold out, or he wanted to hold out, because he wanted to get paid more than his $7.25 million he's going to get this year. I get that that's still not as much as he wants, but 7.25 is still a lot of money, especially per year, especially for the Dolphins, because I think he's either like our third highest paid player. I could be wrong, third or fourth, somewhere around there, behind obviously Ryan Tannehill, and I think there's one or two more people. Not too 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure on that. But as you see right here in this picture, this screen cap that I got from Over the Cap, it says he has a $7.25 million salary with $992 protected. I'm pretty sure it says. I'm trying to see it. It's really small on my screen right now. And then it's a total of could be a total of $8.202 million. And that is obviously a lot of money, but I'm thinking that Reshad Jones wants to be paid. I haven't really seen any core reports. I think that either could be bad on my part, or no one's really reported how much he wants to get. But my assumption would be that Reshad Jones wants, I would say, around the area of maybe 11 to 12 a year. It could be less. It could be 10 or 9. But I'm going to assume that it's around, I would say, in between 9 and 12 million a year. Maybe like a 4 or 5 year contract that goes from like 55 mil to around 60, with I would say like $33 million guaranteed, just so he can have more of his guaranteed money, because I'm pretty sure that's what he was talking to Stephen Ross was about, which was his guaranteed money. And obviously, if you are a player in the NFL, you're going to want your money guaranteed most of the time, because anything can happen in the NFL. You could be injured, something, you could be cut. You want your guaranteed money, and that's really what some of the contracts come down to. You see a lot of money, but most of the time, it's really the guaranteed money that you guys really have to see to show, hey, look, this is where it's transitioning to. We're getting a lot of high cap hits, but most of it is really just guaranteed money, signing bonuses, stuff along those lines. Now, the reason why I think Reshad Jones should be getting paid as such is because of his performance last year, and the fact that the past 4 years of his career, after his rookie deal ended and he signed that 4-year, $29 million contract with the Miami Dolphins, his game improved so much. Going from 2012, he played all 16 games, 73 tackles, 21 assists, so 100 tackles already, or not 100 tackles, 94 tackles there. He had 1 sack, it was 5-yard loss sack, 4 tackles for loss, 4 QB hits, 9 passes deflected, 4 interceptions, 28 yards total, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 recovered, a total of 34 yards. Then you see 2013, he played all 6 games again, this time 84 solo tackles, 23 assists, going around in the 107 tackles in total, and then 1.5 sacks, 9 yards out of the sacks, 3 tackles for loss, 4 QB hits, 4 passes deflected, 1 interception, so going down from the year prior, 25 yards for that interception, and then 1 touchdown, so I'm assuming that interception was a pick 6. Going to 2014, he only played 12 games, one had 80 tackles, 70 of those were solo, 10 were assisted, 1 sack, 8 yards in that sack, 5 tackles for losses, so going back up in that range. 1 QB hit, so going lower, 7 passes deflected, going higher. 3 interceptions, going higher to the year prior, 62 yards out of those, 1 forced fumble. And then you go into last year where he was an absolute freak, in my opinion. Not even when he was in the play, where he didn't make the tackle. He was just scary. Like, people were scared to really go around Reshad Jones because he was just a scary guy last year. I don't know what happened between the past 4 years, but he definitely just improved to the point where it was kind of scary to see how dominant he was being, especially for his caliber, going from a 12-game year to a 16-game year. He had 106 solo tackles, so his most solo tackles ever, eclipsing both his 2012 total, 2013 total, and 2014 total for assisted and total. So for assisted and solo, he eclipsed it by himself with his solo tackles, and he had 29 assisted tackles, which I think gets him to 132 tackles, somewhere around there. 132 tackles total, with 2 sacks, 13 yards on those sacks, 9 tackles for losses, 2 QB hits, 10 deflected passes, 5 interceptions. 2 of those were a pick six, back-to-back games in a row, and 1 fumble recovery, which was a total of 9 yards. And he had 2 touchdowns. Those were the 2 pick sixes that he got in back-to-back games where he did the flip, and he said he wasn't going to do it again. Then the next game, he did the flip again when he got his pick six. I believe one of those games was against the Jaguars. I'm not too 100% positive, but I do know that they were back-to-back games in a row where he did the pick six flip, and they called him G15, something along those lines. But Reshad Jones has obviously been playing very, very well, and I think that they should pay him based off of his statistics alone and how he's been playing last year, especially. The way he's been playing has been very good, and the way that he's been showing his presence on the field has been even better, because you want a guy who's especially in your safety area, your core safeties. You have a free safety, strong safety. Your 2 core there, especially Reshad Jones, as being a strong safety. He's your core rock back there, so if anyone gets beat, he's the one who's going to have to come up from his safety position to try to help out any crossing routes, deep passes, anything, even short passes. He does play a little bit of linebacker as well. Not really core linebacker, but he does play some plays where he's a little bit up in the linebacker area in their sort of box. But you want a guy who's very, people are afraid of. A lot of people were afraid of Reshad Jones last year after the performance he was having. He did get put into the Pro Bowl. He was snubbed at first. A lot of people thought he should have been put in the first place. And then I guess people realized it. They put him in after that, which was very good after people from the Super Bowl declined to go. So I do think Reshad Jones should get paid. This should be sort of a shorter video than normal. But it was just a quick thing that I wanted to do. I know I haven't been active for the past 2 weeks. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff involving moving and my equipment not really being set up. But now that my equipment is back set up and ready to go, we will be doing a lot more videos. And I should have a couple coming today. This one will be posted first around, I'm hoping, 3:30 EST. After that, we will have a video on the NBA Finals. And then we'll have a video on the Game 6 situation that happened. It might go Game 6, then NBA Finals, but I want to get those 2 videos up before Game 7 happens. And then I'll have a Game 7 recap tomorrow, either mid-afternoon or late afternoon. So that should be a good 4-video slate there. I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. If you did, as always, comment down in the description if you want to give me any suggestions that you have for videos for me to do. Obviously, take them into consideration. And we'll most likely do a video on it if I think that it's a really good idea. And obviously, credit you once I'm making the video. Also, subscribe if you're not subscribed. We're almost at our 100 subscriber mark, which is when I'll finally be able to change my URL to what I really need it to be. As well as I'll have a special video for you guys regarding the 100 subscribers. So I think we're at 69 subscribers now, 31 away. As always, like I said, if you enjoyed the video, like it, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel for a lot more Dolphins-related stuff, as well as NBA-related things in general. I will see you guys next time. This has been Samurai Radio. Peace.